All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers' upcoming matchup against the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, the Buccaneers season, in my opinion, at the end of the day, is a massive success. If we throw back the clock to before the season even began, before they even got Baker Mayfield, actually, everybody was wondering, what is next? Now, you still have this really competent defense. You still have players like Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. You've got, enticing young players who had solid rookie seasons like Rachaad White, Cade Otton, and you have a solid draft class getting guys like Elijah Cansey, and everybody was wondering what the quarterback situation is going to be. So Tampa Bay ends up signing Baker Mayfield. He has, by the way, a phenomenal season. He leads Tampa Bay 9-8 into the playoffs, wins the division, 28 touchdowns, only 10 interceptions, throws for over 4,000 yards, has a quarterback rating of 94.6, and they start the season off 3-1. Well, they hit the fan. They go 4-7 a couple of months later, and they bounce back. They go 8-7 before finishing the season, obviously here at 9-8. Now, Philadelphia, their matchup this upcoming Monday night is really interesting. They were in the Super Bowl last year. They start the season 10-1, but if you watched the Philadelphia Eagles games in those first 11 games, you were not enamored. You were like, this team has flaws, this team has holes, and they need to figure this out before it starts to catch up on them. So they finished 11-6 after starting the season 10-1. You had brutal losses to like the New York Giants, the Arizona Cardinals. The Giants was the last game of the season. And so we have this Buccaneers team here with $81 million in dead cap. Their quarterback salary, Baker Mayfield, makes $4 million. You've got a rookie offensive coordinator. You've got a head coach that a lot of Buccaneers fans, a lot of NFL fans weren't even really sure what he was going to do. And here we are with a home playoff game. Beautiful day here in Southwest Florida. Actually, it's not beautiful. It's a little bit overcast, but I'm not going to complain. Before we get any further into today's video, though, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. Bucs fans, if we could try and get this video to 100 likes, that would mean the absolute world to me. So I do think Tampa Bay is going to win this football game, and I'll tell you exactly why here. First off, Philadelphia is really struggling, but I think Baker Mayfield has brought this certain edge to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's really resurged this team. And like I said, Tampa had on paper, especially, a really solid roster heading into this season with Baker Mayfield at the helm. Like, I still have Mike Evans. I still have Chris Godwin. I still have one of the best 1-2 punch duos at the wide receiver position. And now I've got a Rachaad White who's been given RB1 duties. We saw what he could do with RB1 duties in the second half of his rookie season. I still have this not necessarily Super Bowl caliber defense, but it's still a severely above average defense. I've still got guys like, David Winfield. I've still got studs all over the defense. And now I've got, enticing young rookies like Elijah Cansey. So here's the thing. The Philadelphia Eagles in the last 6 weeks of the regular season are allowing over 30 points per game. In fact, the Philadelphia Eagles defense statistically this season was the third worst in the National Football League. So outside of the name brand, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Philadelphia sports in general, but you've got Jalen Hurts, a quality, capable, competent, stud QB. He injures the middle finger on his throwing arm last week. I mean, Philadelphia is trending severely downhill, even though they started the season 10-1. I genuinely believe there's two things that are going to be important in this game. No turnovers, first and foremost, always, every regular season game, but especially playoff football. And I actually feel really comfortable with that because Baker Mayfield only threw 10 interceptions this season. We talk about it on this channel all the damn time. People love to look at Baker Mayfield's statistics, especially at the end of his tenure in Cleveland, being, oh my goodness, he's throwing all these interceptions. He's not a good QB. And then when you actually go, eat the film and you check it out and you check out some of these interceptions and you check out kind of how that tenure ended with Cleveland, you're like, oh, Baker Mayfield was not at fault here. He really got the short end of the stick. If Baker can keep it clean and the offensive line can control the trenches, they're going to win this football game, folks. Rachaad White, in my opinion, is the key to this football game because the dude, I still think Rachaad White is a rising star in the National Football League. He was borderline this year. He had 6 total rushing touchdowns. He had 990 rushing yards. But we really saw in the second half of the season, Rachaad White, become the Rachaad White that we all thought he was capable of. And obviously the Tampa Bay Buccaneers regular season, a lot of stuff went into that. They were 4-7 at some point. I think just like honestly, the fact that they're 9-8 after starting the season 4-7 is unbelievably impressive. But in general, if you can control the trenches, you can control the game. I just feel really comfortable because A.J. Brown was officially ruled out for Monday night's matchup, which I will admit it's good for the Buccaneers. It does suck because you want to see like the best kind of competition, or you never want to see like excuses like that. But Jalen Hurts is banged up. The entire Philadelphia Eagles team, offensively, defensively, is banged up. Even Devontae Smith is banged up right now. And if you can win the turnover battle and Rachaad White can just do his thing, this team's going to win the football game. Rachaad White not only did a great job at running the football at the second half of the season, all season really, but especially the second half of the season, he can catch the ball as well. And so we're going to pair up Rachaad White. By the way, the running back Rachaad White, 64 catches, 549 yards for a running back. This is a dual threat running back, folks. Mike Evans, over 1,200 receiving yards, 13 total touchdowns. Chris Godwin had one of the most underrated seasons I've ever seen for a player who finished with 83 catches, over 1,000 yards, only 2 touchdowns. He's been severely overlooked. I mean, pretty much his entire career, but especially this season. If Baker can do what Baker did regular season-wise, and the defense that finished the season ranked 7th in the total National Football League, I think they're going to win the game. Because Jalen Hurts is going to make mistakes, and players like Levante David, Antoine Winfield Jr., these guys are going to capitalize on Jalen Hurts' mistakes. So if Baker can keep it clean and he can do his thing, I don't even care about statistics. Who cares about statistics in general? But this is playoff football. Feed Rachaad White in the rushing game, receiving game. They're going to win. And, it's kind of crazy. Everybody still has. I feel like a lot of people didn't watch the Eagles play football in the last 6 weeks or so because right now, the better team is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And they're at home for this game. And I know they finished the season with only 9 wins, but I still think eye test and on paper right now, Tampa Bay is better. And so that's my pick for this upcoming game on Monday night. I've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the season after Tom Brady retires. It's unbelievably impressive. I still think, regardless of the outcome this upcoming Monday night, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers season was a massive success. It looked as if they were potentially going to have to completely rebuild, completely retool this entire team, trade away guys like Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and just, find a quarterback and just kind of, figure it out on the fly here. Tampa Bay is back. They were never really gone. That's the thing. So let me know what you guys are thinking, especially my Buccaneers fans. Give me a score prediction down below, but hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content. And give me a score prediction for upcoming Monday night. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we will see you soon.